Welcome to the broadcast. Tonight, Lance Armstrong, one of the extraordinary athletes of our time, he just won his 6th Tour de France.
There are a lot of ways, a lot of parameters I can use to compare every tour, and this one was, of course, special. I think especially now, 3 weeks after the tour, I know what it means to have won the 6th Tour, and it has sunk in to what it means to have made history in cycling. And it was a hell of a good time. It was the funnest Tour de France I've ever done.
Lance Armstrong for the hour. Next.
From our studios in New York City, this is Charlie Rose.
Lance Armstrong is here. He recently won an unprecedented 6th consecutive Tour de France. There's much speculation as to whether he will come back to race in 2005. He came here yesterday for a conversation about racing, about the Tour de France, and all the other issues. Lance Armstrong joins me for the hour.
You got 6 now. No one has had 6. Everybody wants you to come back in 2005. Are you going to do it?
Come back to cycling or come back to
the Tour de France?
First of all, I don't think that's true that everybody wants me to come back.
Yeah, but there may be some racist people that will be happy to see you
don't
go.
want me to come back. But I honestly, and Charlie, I think you know that this is the show that, for me, for some crazy reason, the truth always comes out. I don't know. I don't know right now because it's still just a few weeks after number 6, and I haven't totally decided. I've thought about it. I change my mind every day. It's just a question of whether or not I race another year or another 2 years. I will do the Tour again. And if I do only 1 more year, then it will, obviously next year I'll do the Tour again for the final time. If I race 2 years, then perhaps I use next year to do some other things in cycling.
Why do you say you'll race 2 more years?
Because I would like to do these other things in cycling before I stop, before I retire. So, I mean, these are...
You mean the Italian race?
Well, that's an option. I think it's less of an option now, but the spring classics, which, they're not known on the streets of New York City or Austin, Texas, but for our sport, they're monumental and they're important, and when you talk about an athlete or a cyclist 30 years after their career and you haven't won a spring classic, it's a bit of a knock. I've been close. In my prior career, I was close to winning some of those. The hour record, which is almost a forgotten challenge in cycling.